I am super excited because today we're going to talk about one of my new favorite things in elementary music, and that is write the room. So if that's something you are excited about, then let's get into it. So write the room is a different way to do an activity where basically you are doing like question and answer or reading flashcards or something like that, but you're making it more active by having the kids walk around the room and making it kind of like a scavenger hunt. So I use this in my elementary music room. We've done it with instruments, we've done it with rhythm, we've done it with solfege. You could also do it with like music terms, you could use it with like anything, and it just takes something really simple and makes it a lot more exciting and a lot more fun because the kids get to move up, and anytime they get up and get to move, like things are so much more fun than they used to be. So let's talk about how to do write the room. My printer prints everything backwards and it drives me bonkers. For write the room, there's a couple of things you need. I'm going to show you two different examples. I should have gotten three, but I didn't. So what you need is basically some kind of flashcard or questions. This is two, but I didn't cut them apart. Flashcards or questions that the kids are going to answer or copy that you're going to put around the room. And then the second thing you need is an answer sheet. So this could literally just be a piece of paper where the kids write 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first thing you need is flashcards or questions or something where the kids are answering the questions or they are copying the flashcards. And you're gonna wanna have some kind of identifier, so like a number on them. You can also do, I've printed out like just a number and then put the flashcard next to it. So you could totally do that if you don't wanna be like, you know, all fancy. These are, by the way, available in my TPT shop. This is the summer collection. And we also have the back to school collection because I'm trying to get my life together, and a couple of other ones. So if you're wanting to get some pre-made ones, you can click the link down below. But that being said, we have our cards, your questions basically, and then you have your answer sheet. So this can just be a piece of paper where the kids write 1, 2, 3, 4, but I find that the more you can structure the paper for them, the more successful they will be. So I typically have ones like this, either with 5 or I don't know where my other one went. So either with 5 or with 10 questions, because if you haven't noticed, I always make it easy to grade by easy to count. If you haven't put that together yet. And so what you do for write the room is you take the flashcards of the questions and you put them all around the room. How I like to do this is I actually put them onto clipboards and put them around the room so I can easily pick them up and put them out if I want to do this with more than one class. But you can also just tape them to the wall, and then you give all the students recording sheets, probably a clipboard and a pencil, and then they go around and they literally write the room. So I tell them it's a scavenger hunt and they have to go find all of the different questions to answer on their sheet. No matter where they start though, the most important thing is that you have those numbers so that they can put number 1 in number 1. The reason I like these is because I also have the pictures so that if, you know, the number doesn't get there, they can just look for the sun, and that works too. I also have versions without the pictures if you don't want that, and also black and white everything. By the way, the kids walk around the room and answer the questions. There's a lot of different ways you can do this, so let's talk about different ways you can make that happen. If you're doing this with rhythm, then I typically just have them copy the rhythms because that's the easiest thing to do. You can also just have them go around and read the rhythms if you want, or have them read and then copy it. But the point is really that it's them practicing how to play the rhythm. I've also done this with instruments, and so we've done, you can either identify the name of the instrument or the instrument family. You can do this with music terms. You can have the term up on the wall and have them write the definition, or you can have the definition, have them write the term. You can have a question with 2 answers and you can just tell them, you know, have them write down, is it A or is it B? You can have like open-ended questions about listening pieces. Like there's a million different things you can do. You can also do this with the staff. So if you're doing either treble clef or solfege patterns, there's then even more options, because then what you can do is put the notes on the staff on the wall and have the kids copy them onto their paper. If you do that, make sure they have like staves to write on, because again, the more you can do, the better. You can have the notes on the staff on the wall, and you can have the kids identify the letters. So if you're doing treble clef, you can be like, okay, that's B. Or if you're doing solfege, you can have them write like, oh, that's so me on the pattern. The other thing you can do is you can have the pattern, so you could put, say like so me, or you could do letters on the staff, or you could do like a whole word on the staff on the thing. So it might say so me, and then the kids write on their paper on the staff. Or if you're doing treble clef, you can have like A, and then they can find A. Or you can have bead, and they can find B-E-A-D. When I do this with solfege or notes on the staff, I typically have just the letters and the kids write the notes on the staff, because for me, this is more of a practice of I want to make sure you know how to write on the staff. So that's really the outcome. So what you're going to do is going to depend on the outcome of how you want to do this. Like I mentioned, there's a million different ways you can do this. So you can do it with rhythm, you can do it with any kind of questions, you can do it with vocabulary, you can do it with solfege. The options are pretty much limitless. Now there's obviously, I just showed you a whole bunch of different ways that you can do the write the room. You can have them all around the room, of course, and then you can also, if you don't want to have the kids moving around the room, you could do this like as a center activity. So just have all the numbers like out there, and the kids have to find the correct one and put it in there. And just anytime they have to do more than just like a worksheet, it's gonna feel like more fun. So the fact that they have to find the different numbers and match them is gonna make it a little more complicated, but also more fun. So that's another way you can do that during centers. So during centers, you could have them walk around the room, or during centers, you can have them just sit and have all the papers on the floor. And that's two different ways you can do that during centers while you're doing all the things. Now, this is very easy to conduct yourself. Like literally the first time I did it, I printed out a picture of a 1 and then put a flashcard up there. But you can also purchase my like ready-made sets that you can just like literally print and then go off on your merry way. I'll leave those linked down below, and I did want to show you just a little bit. So each one comes with 10 of those flashcard papers. Everything comes in regular notation. All the rhythm ones come in regular notation and stick notation, color and black and white. And very similar with the solfege, it has the notes on the staff as well as just the letters, so like S for so, M for me. Everything in black and white and in color. They all come with answer keys. You can't see that. They all come with answer keys, and then they come with different recording sheets. So there's always a 5 without pictures, a 5 with pictures, a 10 without pictures, and a 10 with the pictures. So this set is the back to school. That's why it's all, you know, back to school looking. And the other one is the summer. And then I also have other ones. If you want to try this out though for free, there is a free spring one. So if it's not spring, then sorry, but that's the one that's free. There's a free spring 1/4 and 1/8 note one. So you can get started with that one if you want to try it out and see how you like it. If you have any more questions about Write the Room, you can leave them in the comments or send me a message over on Becca's Music Room on Instagram, or beccasmusicroom@gmail.com. If you have more questions, I can answer them there. And let me know how you use Write the Room and how you like it. So can't wait to hear from you. See you next time. Bye.